let's get to it, man. So we gotta clean up these pens today. I know I've been kind of saying I'm gonna do this for the longest time, but let's get some, let's get it going today, man. She got ink all over this thing, man. Like I really just wanna try and get this as clean as possible. This is my daughter's pen, by the way, and so what ends up happening is there's a whole backstory to this particular pen. And what ends up happening is she gets this pen and she decides that she wants to clean it out. I mean, of course, why not, right? And so I think from her perspective, like not knowing what to do with the pen was like her issue, right? Because she didn't know how to clean it. But she's a very independent person and wanting to clean these, wanting to do her own thing and not paying attention to what she was doing. And she literally had ink all over her floor with this pen. So I had to calm the waterworks down, and I promised her that I would clean the pen for her and I would, make sure that she could get what she needed and get her pen back up and running. Cause she's very much a creature of habit, sort of like me, but she is yeah, she's very particular about this pen because I want to say I bought this for Christmas or her birthday, but she was not happy with the results of her ink and pen like being everywhere. So I know she cried over that. And you know how like when you cry over something, you're upset about it, and then it's like you get so mad to where like you don't want to be bothered with it. Like you can't be bothered to deal with the consequences or like deal with the aftermath. That's kind of like how she was with this. So she was like very, very upset about it. And I have to clean it up. But, you know, she will live. She'll be happy to see this and be cleaned up though. And I'm pretty sure she's gonna go through my stash of ink and find out what she wants to put in here. I highly doubt it's gonna be purple again too. So I don't even think I have a lot of this Imperial purple left either. So I just think that she's gonna I think she's gonna pick a blue or maybe the green. I think she'll pick that the pilot, the bamboo green. But we'll see. We'll record her reaction to it, and I'm sure she'll be happy. But yeah, this is just the feed right here. And so, yeah. And then let me get some. This is it right here. So I gotta get my light over here too, so we can see better. See, I think I can get some Q-tips in here and clean out the barrel really quick. And then I'm moving on to this narwhal here because this is a pen that like I've had for a while now, and I've rarely used it. I asked for it too, and it's kind of sad that I don't like that pen because I wanted to like it a lot, but it just turns out to just not be for me. But I think that it's a me issue, so it's one of those things where like I have to use it enough for it to really be a problem, or for me to like it or not like it. So we'll see. But for now, let me just get this one straightened out. I need to change my water too. I'll be right back. So, yeah, what's up, man? How y'all doing? So yeah, so we got it cleaned up now. I just went ahead and did it in the sink because it's faster to do this one in the sink, honestly. So it's honestly just it was a lot. It's a lot faster just to clean this pen in the sink. Um, and with the amount of shit I have on my desk, it's kind of ridiculous. Just being honest. So I have way too much stuff on my desk. How y'all doing today, man? What's going on? So yeah, for the most part, we got it cleaned up. And then I'm gonna put it back together here. I really want to get a Q-tip and clean out that barrel really quick. So yeah. What's up, man? Thank you. This is a fountain pen. More specifically, this is a Twisby Eco fountain pen. This particular version glows in the dark. So the ends here and the cap here glows in the dark, glows blue. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if I turn the light off, maybe. Maybe it's not enough light, but yeah. Yeah, this glows in the dark. I have a video coming out soon showing this pen. I have a green one that glows in the dark as well. Um, it's somewhere around here. Yeah, so I got this green one here that glows in the dark. This one is just a traditional one. It glows green. This purple one glows blue. So yeah, and this one is my daughter's pen. I bought this for her as I want to say it was a birthday gift last year. So, and she made a mess with it, so I'm just cleaning it up, and then getting it ready for her, cause she gonna ask when she see that it's clean, she gonna want to have a different ink in it. So, and I got a couple. This one right here is this is the Alchemy, and this is Raven Blue. So it's a blue black, pretty dark. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. And I'm just trying to get it clean, and then get some videos made with these. This is the one that's gonna take a while to clean, take apart at least. Cause see, this one's pretty nasty. I hadn't used this pen in years. This was a sponsored pen from, who did this pen get sponsored from? What was it? Pen Chalet, Pen Chalet. That's who sponsored this pen, and it's a nice pen. I just don't think that it's for me. I think I picked the wrong nib size, honestly. And I think that's why I don't like it. Is because I don't care for the nib. It's a stub. And so it's just not for me. But that's not to say that it's not for you. And it's definitely not to say that you shouldn't try this pen. If I can see if I can pull this off. Is it lefty loosey? Yeah. I don't want to break it either. I'll be kind of pissed off if I break this pen. There we go. So yeah, this is why I needed to clean this pen. If you see like all this gritty stuff on it, it's kind of disgusting, honestly. So yeah, it needed to be taken apart and cleaned. It's pretty bad. But this particular one is a little different from the Twisby because it's a vacuum fill. So it has a couple of different parts to it, but we'll try and get it cleaned up. I need to let me get my cup of water really quick. So yeah, we'll let that sit in here for a second and do its business. But yeah, it don't take much to clean these though. I will say, if you ever buy a fountain pen, don't ever use alcohol to clean it. I made that mistake with one of the very first pens I bought. I used alcohol to clean it, and it was not a good scene. Like I have ink in my sink, right? Like right now, and I probably use ink I'll probably use alcohol to clean it out of my sink, but trying to get it out of a pen, it's like it never comes out. And it's like, I guess because like it thins it out so much or something like that, and then it like if it doesn't evaporate all the way, it just is messy and it's disgusting. Let this soak for a little bit longer. Try and get this out as much as I can, cause it's I don't know what ink that I use in this that made it cake up like that. Cause like on here, it's like caked up on here. Yeah, my fingers are gonna be blue for days after this too. Well, at least this is clean, right? A barrel. Like one of my pet peeves is like taking apart pens too. I hate taking apart pens. I don't know why, but like I just don't like doing it. I think because like I had a bad experience when I owned a what type of pen was that I had? It was those real cheap Chinese pens, Jinhao. And I owned a Jinhao for a while, and I bought it because it was like $10. I don't even think it was that much, honestly. I think it might have been like $7 or something like that. But like I was nothing. I think honestly, I think I did it to me. I think I did it to myself by buying a Jinhao and then swapping out inks as often as I did. Cause I remember like swapping out inks in that Jinhao, like every kind of ink sample I can get my hand on, I was swapping out. It was it was ridiculous. I remember like I had all sorts of inks in it. Like the shimmering inks and stuff. I used that in that pen, and I used everything. I had the first ink I used in that was that Parker Quink that I have, and I never really used that ink after that either. It's a solid black, and I never used that ink after that. But I was fairly new into fountain pens and not really knowing what I was doing. So it was like when it came to that, I was just like, let's just get whatever, get everything. And I got caught up in that buy everything mindset. So, and I don't want to do that again when it comes to fountain pens. I think we might be about as good as we're going to get on this today. So, yeah, I think I think that this should be about Still a little. Put some silicone on here. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, cause I'm putting this blue in here anyway, so I'm not really tripping. So I'm gonna put this blue in this pen here, and then just rock with it that way. Yeah, silicone on here. So yeah, the good thing about like these Twisbies too is when you buy one, it comes with like this toolkit, right? Well, I don't say like a toolkit, but it comes with like a wrench, and it comes with like it comes with silicone grease. So when you take these apart, like you can just re-grease it and put it back together. And so that's one of those things where like you don't necessarily get that with a lot of other pens. I don't think this is the first time I've ever gotten it with any pen I bought. Actually, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't think I've ever bought a pen that came with a wrench and silicone grease. I mean, and if I'm being honest, I want to say that Twisby pen was, how much was that? Iris, I think it was like $90, and I got a Pilot that costs $200 that don't come with any of that stuff. So I know this particular Pilot pen. I bought this pen off Amazon, right? And if you know, this is the custom 90. What is it? The custom Heritage 92, and this is in soft medium. Is it soft medium or soft fine? This is that's a fine medium, right? And it has like the rhodium plated gold nib on it, right? This is one of my favorite pens to use, but it does not come with anything close to what the Twisby comes with, and that's not a knock on Pilot because it's not a necessity. It's just one of those things. You know how like you got those like to haves or nice to have type situations. That's kind of what that is. It's just a nice to have, right? So I never really tripped on it, but it was just one of those things like I had to just question. I'm just like, dang, why is it that Twisby can come with that, but these $200 Pilot pens don't? You know. Again, it's not a necessity. It's just a nice to have. So that's just where I was with that. I'm like, it would be nice to have this stuff. Here it is. Let's put it all back together. Yeah. That pop is very satisfying. Let me clean out this water really quick and I'll be right back. Oh no, 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 no. A cup of water is definitely not near my computer. That is not the case whatsoever. Um, I have my water bottle next to me, but that's closed. I'm literally like I won't go into the bathroom to do that. So I just let it sit there because I refuse. So yeah, this is like my whole PC set. You can't even see anything in here because it's light, but yeah, I try to. I rarely do it, but when I do, like I do have this coaster, and I try to keep like a closed bottle. So for this particular thing, like that's a pretty rare occurrence where like I will have water next to my computer. So I used to have it on the floor too, but I moved that because of that reason too. It used to be like right here to my left. And the last thing I want to do is to drop a cup of water on here. So, but yeah, I don't do that often. So just having that sitting right there for a second was about as much as you'll get out of me when it comes to water next to my desk. Cause I paid way too much money for this PC setup to spill water on it. So so yeah, like that's just not gonna happen. Let's put this pen back together, fill them up with ink. I gotta go and get so yeah. But yeah, this narwhal is a pretty simple pen to put back together. I like that it comes apart like it does. And so yeah, I already got the barrel and is it the plunger? The vacuum plunger back in here. And so where's my silicone? Put all that back together on the thread so like it seals all properly like it's supposed to, and then we're moving on. Fill them up with ink and then get some writing samples done today. Show y'all my terrible handwriting. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I gotta clean out this cap, but not really too worried about it. And then we're gonna fill this up with this alchemy. I don't use it as often. And I bought it on a whim, honestly, which I probably shouldn't have done, but it's here now. So yeah, we'll fill this up. And this is like I said, this is a vacuum. So what we're gonna do is end up just pushing this plunger down, and then it's gonna fill it up with ink, right? So yeah, I guess we'll fill hers up with this blue ink too. But this one we're gonna twist up like this, and then it'll fill it up. This will probably get a full fill. So yeah. I don't know if it's necessarily a good ink. I rarely use. This is one of this. I think this is like the third pen I fill with it. If I'm being honest with you, so I'll definitely have to get back to you on that. This one is filled with the Oxford blue from Diamond. So yeah, I have to try it out. But for now, uh, this will probably always have that blue ink in it because I use this for like a lot of professional stuff. So I'll try this out and get back to you. As a matter of fact, what's some paper at? Here we go. It's interesting. I said my handwriting's pretty bad, but this looks pretty interesting with this stub. I don't use this pen enough, so it's hard to see. Twist it. Here, don't forget, like, there are people watching you, by the way.
Okay.
Say hello, wife.
Is it unmuted?
Yes, unmuted.
Oh.
Yeah.
What in the world? I just touched it and look what happened. Look what happened. That's not okay. Oh. How do you do this? Like, it's like blurry.
Yeah, you kind of look over it.
I don't like that.
I know, it's weird.
Okay. What did I do? Oh no. Shh. Wow. What am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Leaving ink all over you.
These are like freckles. Freckles. Ooh, hey, you know you could do this backwards?
Say what?
You can write like backwards.
Yeah, you can write.
Will it mess your pen up?
No.
Okay, wait, so I can do it this way. Okay, can I do it side?
No.
Nope. How do you make it like that?
Oh, it's a different deal. Here, try that one.
Asian. This one?
Yeah. Twist.
How do I do? It's the same thing. Oh, lies. Cute. Okay. Why do yours look so nice? You know, if I do this, it looks. No, it's not working. It's like a hat. With a little drawstring. There you go. Here.
Oh, keep going.
I think I'm messing up your life.
Ava, come here. Ava, come here.
We were on Google and we were listening to Korean or English to Korean.
Uh-huh.
And Ava was pronounced Aba.
That sounds weird.
And then when I did pizza, because you know how mom always says pisha,
Yeah.
it said this, pisha. And I never connected it until then.
Hey, start filling
And
your pen up with ink.
is this hers?
No, it's this one.
Look what your pen did to my hand, Ava. You wanna write? You wanna write on it?
So it's blue.
Daddy is live.
Yeah.
Here. Come and do that. But Dad said whatever you say, you have to watch what you say and you have to watch what you write. Because he'll get in trouble. All I got to say is this is not okay.
Yee. That's pretty.
You like the blue? Good.
Eek. It's hard. It's supposed to be a flower.
That's fine.
Made
Keep
out of
going.
apes.
Yeah, just go whenever you finish. It's fine.
Where's my card piece?
You need me to move the camera? There. Where's your journal?
My journal?
Yeah.
No.
Don't know?
I do. It's upstairs.
Okay. You should now you can start writing back in your journal now that you got ink and try not to twist it and get ink all over your floor again, okay?
I did get it on my floor. I got on my bed last time.
Okay, yeah, let's try not to do that again, please.
Okay.
So, if you want some more ink, just let me know. That's this ink here. It's a blue black, so it's a pretty dark blue.
Do you have a teal?
It's teal. I got a green.
Oh. Did you run out of the teal?
I think I did. All I have is the green.
Oh, okay.
It's the one you was talking about here.
That one's pretty, but no, it was like a teal. Like it looked dark, like a really dark blue, but it was actually a really light teal.
No, I don't have that one anymore. I think that was just a sample. That one, yeah, it was a sample actually. Yeah, that ink is long gone.
Can I finish?
You finished?
No.
Well, keep going.
I had to press play.
Mm-hmm.
Eek.
There.
I got some ink here. Me done.
Okay. We'll put the top back on it. So you can grab it whenever you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, go.
Bye-bye.
Okay. See, I gotta clean up this mess. I'll put this right here.
Are you still streaming?
Now she managed to get all the ink on here. Now I gotta wait for it to dry. It's like a good test of this paper though. So yeah, I guess if you saturate it enough, it'll go through the other side. But I guess in normal writing for the what kind of notebook is this? It's a Rhodia, one of the Rhodioramas. I think this is what they call them now. The A5s are the Rodeoramas. I can't pronounce anything today. So it didn't go through on the bottom, but it went through on the top. And it kind of has like a lot of, it's a little ghosting on here. You can see through here, and it does saturate on here. But I mean, for its uses, it kind of, I enjoy using it. It's not one of the notebooks that I use on a daily basis as far as like a journal is concerned, though. I have switched over to this brand here, and this is the B6 Plus size, and it's like a paperback book size. Has most of the same features, other than like I think this has the two bookmarks, soft cover, has the pocket in the back. So I think this is like my go-to. Plus, I can get these from the store. There's an art store near me that carries these for like 14 bucks, and I have to order these Rhodeas online from Amazon, which is a good thing. Is I mean not a terrible thing, but it's just one of those things where like if I wanted a notebook today, I'll have to wait till Sunday to get it, but I can go and grab one of those electrons today. So so yeah, that's like the big benefit of that. I always wanted to get something that was like that was local to me, so I didn't have to like stress over whether I can get it or not. And so when I make a trip back, maybe I'll do like a quick live stream and keep it pushing. But yeah, and this is all my wife and kids doing. As you can see, her handwriting is way better than mine down here at the bottom. So, and this is that Twisby. This is the VAC 700R and the iris color. And so I really enjoy the iris. And this was like the first vacuum pen that I had, and I want to get another one in like a medium or a fine so I could take it with me. I do like this iris colorway, and so I think I'm gonna start taking this one out more too, and just start using it more often, because that was one of the big things. Is like I got this pen and I kind of just like threw it in the stash, and I was just trying to get a bunch of stuff. I do need to refill this while I'm here waiting. So let me grab the ink for this, and I'll refill this pen too. So this is the ink that's will go in this is the Oxford blue. It's a blue black steel, but it's not as black as the Raven. So it's like you can't really tell on paper, but it's definitely not as dark. So, and this one's a piston filler too. Just be careful not to overcook it. So I don't want to make a mess with this, have ink everywhere. So yeah, you see like here, I'll show you a comparison of these colors of the ink on this. So yeah, this is the Raven blue, and this is the Oxford blue. So you can see like the Raven blue is definitely like a really dark blue. This one's sort of like a lighter, more this one's more of like a big blue. Like if you bought like a big pen, and it'll be more along the lines of that, not necessarily. Yeah. So that's pretty much like where I would rate those. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite pens. This pen fits in my hands better than I thought it would. I like big chunky pens, but this pen here, it just works. And like it doesn't have like the biggest amount of ink capacity in it, but the nib on it is just the chef's kiss. And I don't say that about a lot of pens, but like you can see, so you go like this, but it has like that feedback to it, and you can even hear it when you're writing on it. It's because it's gold, so and gold nibs have a ton of feedback. That's one of like the huge selling points for it is it has a bunch of feedback on it. So even with this, like you still can hear it, but this sounds more scratchy. It feels scratchier too. So, but I do love all of these. What other pens do I have? This is definitely a good one too. This is a Delta Icon. This pen was sent to me by Pen Chalet too. And this one has, I want to say this one has the Oxford blue in it as well. But the feedback on this pen is crazy too. I like this pen though. Only thing I don't like about it, if you've seen my videos, you know like I'm not a very big proponent of cartridge converter pens. They're not my favorite because I feel like a lot of times people will like, I feel like companies will overcharge for something like this. Because I want to say this pen is like, this might be like a $60 pen maybe. I don't remember. Like I say, those are sponsored pens, so I can't comment on the price accurately. But like, it bothers me that companies like Sailor America will charge the amount of money they charge for cartridge converter pens. Like the King of Pen, the Sailor King of Pen is not $1,000 pen by no stretch of the imagination. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. You can argue in the comment section about it, but it's not $1,000 pen. I don't believe it. I don't see it. It's not even a piston filler, so it can't be $1,000 in my mind. And then this is a vintage Esterbrook. This is one of the projects that I have going on. And so I'm looking for parts to fix this pen. And I've seen pens online, and eBay has these everywhere. But the thing is, I don't want to buy a pen to cannibalize and put in this because it came with no nib and no ink sac, right? And so the way you feel it is you grab this and like you kind of pull it out like that, and you feel it that way. And so for me, I just don't feel extremely comfortable with buying another pen just to make this particular pen work. An older lady gave me this pen when I was at work. And so I kind of want to get it back up and running so that she can use that. I know, right? Like I kind of, which pen were you talking about? Was it the Delta pen that was nice or this Esterbrook? So yeah, I want to get this Esterbrook back up and running too. But one day soon. And I know like these two, the story with these is, I don't know if you could tell, but like on here, this pen is glued back together because the whole top of this came off, right? And I had to send it back to the manufacturer to get a new pen. And so when I submitted the warranty for this pen, they sent me this one. And they're the same pen. It's just that this one is the iris. This was the color they had. I wanted another gunmetal, but they told me to keep this one, and they sent me this one. So that's kind of just how that worked out. And I want to say this pen has the same Raven blue ink in it. And I forgot how scratchy these pens were. And I don't like these pop caps on them, or the push caps. I know this one needs to be clean. This one has a broad nib on it though. So that's pretty much like the whole pen collection. Mine is, I want to say, yeah, like a couple more pens. So yeah, these are the last couple here. This is the one I use probably more than anything because it's easy to grab. I journal with this pen all the time, and this one has the Oxford blue. And I was never a blue ink kind of person until I got the Oxford blue, and I just wanted something simply for, just taking everywhere, so it's not like an in your face kind of thing. That's kind of why I went with the blue, and I kind of fell in love with it. Also, too, like it's a big bottle of ink, and I don't want to just overdo it with just having a bunch of ink. And this is the Twisby Eco T, and so the T has these triangles. I don't even know if you can really tell on here, but the barrel is like a triangle, and you can grip it really well and write for hours with this pen. This was one of my first Twisbys that I bought in the transparent blue. This has the diamond red dragon in it, and I think this is a medium nib. Yeah, that's a medium nib. So, and this red is a beautiful red too. Like it's extremely distinct. Like, like you can see it really well against like all the blue. It's in purple. And so this is the Dryden Designs pen. My son bought me this for my birthday. And this has the Oxford blue in it too. And it's a really nice pen, but it slips out of my hand because of like it's metal, right? So I try to use it as a desk pen more than anything because I don't want to lose this pen. Like I don't want to lose this one either, and I don't want to lose that Pilot. But I would really freak out if I lost this one because it was a gift. So, and I have way too many things in here to count. Way too many notebooks. Way too much stuff. Way too much stuff for just one person to use. So, I think I'm going to end it here in the next minute or so as well. But I want to see how it looks out when it dries on the back. This is like the ghosting on those pages as well. As you see, like Ava was able to get it to bleed through onto the next page. But it didn't bleed through on this one. So it's like right up there at the top. You see that? Thank you. So yeah. Yeah, in the stamp, I kind of want to get some more stamps too. I have a video coming out too about writing letters, because I do write letters fairly often back and forth. That's one of the main uses for my pens is just writing letters and just writing every day. So I do have some videos. I have a video planned about that. Just got to finish up doing it. But thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it.